Huh. Has it been 2 weeks already? Well, I guess it's time to talk about some bad news now. Honestly, it seems like this happens every 2 weeks. Greetings, fellow Vita fans. This is James with PS Vita at 2 AM, coming at you once again with another exciting video. And if you're new here and love everything PlayStation Vita, don't forget to subscribe. Well, guys, we had a lot of positive stuff as of late, and you know how that usually goes. It never lasts. So grab a bucket of popcorn, get your tissue papers ready, as well as prepare yourselves to thoroughly weep, and let me know in the comments section just how this news has affected you. Is it a big deal to you, or is it not? Here we go. I don't know, maybe playing Metal Slug will help make me feel better. First up, this news comes from a Reddit user called Bedlaming Goliath. That's an interesting name, and this is what they had to post. Sad day today as it marks the month where PS Vita was taken off the heading of the official PlayStation magazine. And I'm looking at the picture he posted now, and yeah, he's right. It's certainly not there anymore. And also one thing I notice as I view this magazine is that it comes from Australia. Now, I don't really keep up with gaming magazines anymore, as I think a lot of us probably don't just because, well, we have the internet now. Although, trust me, I used to love them back when I was a kid. And even from time to time, I will check out the bookshelves to see if there are anything on the magazine racks. Wait a sec, aren't those two different things? But in all honesty, at least in the area I live, I don't see that many gaming magazines around anymore. So it does make me curious about this. Considering that this comes from Australia, do any of you guys out there, have you noticed this? Do you still have PlayStation gaming magazines or any gaming magazines in particular in your region? And I can kind of understand why they took off the PS Vita, because now with the PS5 on the way, and for some reason they had the PS4 and PS4 Pro as a heading on one of the magazines for some weird reason. I mean, did you really need both? I guess I get it, but is it really necessary to keep them apart like that? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. If you do happen to have the official PlayStation magazine in your region, does it still have the PS Vita on the heading, or was that removed long ago, or was this just something that just happened in Australia? I'm kind of curious to know. Regardless though, it's still a very sad thing to see. Though we can take solace in one fact here. It's early 2021 and this has barely happened now. Whether or not it's in Australia or in other regions is still to be determined, but that says a lot about our community. Technically speaking, this should have happened years ago. So that just goes to show the power of the Vita and its community. Which are we? Following the Trail of Tears here, we come to our second bit of sad PS Vita news that makes me want to drink a lot of, well, you know. And this one to me hurts a lot more than the previous news did. Sharin no Kuni, the highly anticipated visual novel game for Vita that we've been looking forward to for like 4+ years, has officially been cancelled. And no, I don't mean that, oh, it's just the physical release has been cancelled, or hey, maybe it's gonna be a physical only and the digital version is the one we're not gonna be getting. No, the entire project for the Vita is officially kaput. Well, I guess that ain't happening anymore now, is it? And I just can't fathom what the heck happened with this project. I mean, this game was already made. I know that there's a lot more to it than that, and they were working on like translations and all that, but still, all these years, and this is how it ends for us? And for those who don't know, originally Limited Run Games was supposed to be the ones behind the physical release for this title. Yeah, Limited Run Games. Remember them when they would actually release physical Vita games like every month or so, sometimes even multiple times a month? It's been since way back then. Then supposedly the project got moved over to Play Asia and we were going to be getting an Asian English release of this. Now, we're not even getting a digital title. I guess you can tell that I'm really disappointed about this news. This was one of my highly anticipated titles for 2021. So, it ain't happening anymore. Oh, and for anybody who actually backed this game on their Kickstarter, don't worry, you will be receiving a full refund. At least if you only backed the Vita version anyway. Alright, and that'll just about do it for the sad bit of news that we got both simultaneously almost, might I add, this week for the Vita. Not the worst news that we've had, but it wasn't that great either. Hey, let's look at it this way, at least the PlayStation Vita store is still up. Don't be getting any ideas, Sony. But anyway, let me know how this news has affected you. Did you actually care about any of this, or was most of this news just to you, and you're gonna go back and play your homebrewed version of Grand Theft Auto 3? Can't say I blame you. But anyway, let me know that down in the comment section. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. This video has been brought to you in part by all of these wonderfully generous people who help make this content possible, including Larry Anderson, Mario Cruz, Jelly, Lori Sweeney, Richard Cruz, PS Vita S, Adam Sondi, Hero Acer, Rodrigo Vera, Aaron Swanson, Heston Joseph, Kevin Enright, Jared Haddo, Joshua Williams, Clayton Merlarkey, BMF, Sculpture Tugel TCG, Adam Thury, Per Sterner, E-Rock, JR, Kyle Brooks, Saul Ramirez, Phantom XRS, David Ray, Wendy K, Hemdall Imbert, Gutter Drums, Dr. Super Artie, Romp King, Donut Valley, Jackie, Azumara, Cobble Trappa, Sakib Alam, Smug Wolf, Matt Hargett, Ronan Elganto, Tasha Monty, Eric DeWitt, Juan M. Hermosillo, Burzin Mystery, Kayonko, Jesus Hernandez, Mazgus, Alan Iwazuk, Shin Snake, Joseph Razmik, Frayden, Zikrito, Ascorf, Bushin Ryu Cat, Milksama, Neororashi, Reiko Star, Matt Fox, B Mystery, and Makis Blob. If you would be interested in supporting the channel and seeing your name on this end screen here, or if you wish to remain anonymous, that can be provided too, then make sure to check the links down in the description below. I have various ways for you to accomplish this down there. Can't support in this manner? Don't worry about it. Likes and shares can help equally as much. Now wait a second, you might be thinking as you're looking at the timestamp on this video. There's still some time left in the video. What's going on here? Why haven't we ended yet? Where are the credits? Well, we have a special treat for you guys here, for those of you who made it to the end screen, because we have a YouTube channel member suggested topic. Neororashi wanted me to ask the Patreon and YouTube members what their favorite PlayStation Vita games were, adding those to the end screen of the video instead of just the usual thank yous that I do. And I'm going to be announcing that right now for those who have participated in this event. I'm going to be splitting this up into two segments. In this one, I'm going to be reading all of the YouTube members' favorite Vita games, and then next Saturday, February 27th, 2021, I will be reading all of the Patreon's favorite games. And I'll just say real quickly that if you are in fact a member of one of these two and haven't had a chance to participate yet, don't worry, I'm still giving you time. You'll have another week to do so. Okay, here we go. Matt Fox's favorite game is Gravity Rush. No, wait, Hotline Miami. No, Salt and Sanctuary. I give up. I guess we'll just assume it's all three. Joseph Razmik says he's going to be going with Marvel vs. Capcom or Wipeout. Two excellent games. It really makes me nostalgic thinking about those early days of the Vita. Shin Snake has said, I haven't played that many games so far, but I think I'm gonna go with Marvel vs. Capcom. They totally nailed it with that one in terms of graphics, frames per second, load times, music, and content. I couldn't agree more. Even amongst the Vita community to this day, it is still said to be one of the best ports that have ever come to PS Vita, at least as far as official stuff goes. Bushin Ryu Cat said, James, this is so easy. Gravity Rush. First off, it was one of the Vita's launch titles that really showed off current gen graphics, PS3 at the time, with innovative gameplay, and who should have been the next Sony PlayStation icon, aka mascot, Kit. Secondly, her name is Kit. She befriends a talking cat. And have you checked out my name? Oh, indeed I have, Bushin Ryu. Indeed I have. Can't go wrong with the felines. Next up, the man himself, Neororashi. His favorite game is The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. And not only is it his favorite PS Vita game, it's his favorite game of all time. Reasons is the story is not given enough credit. Yes, it is really slow paced, but it's just a great opening to what comes in Cold Steel 2. Also, I found the soundtrack of Cold Steel 1 to be far superior to the already awesome Cold Steel 2. Couldn't agree more. If you play Persona to death, then you gotta play that game. Reiko Star said Hatsune Miku Project Diva F 2nd can play that game forever. Hey, as a fellow music rhythm game fan, I totally relate to ya. B Mystery said, my favorite PS Vita games, apart from the usual Killzone, Persona 4 Golden, blah yada yada yada, he said he loves Lost Dimension, Natural Doctrine, which is a pretty rare Vita game, Summon Night 6, which I might just have planned for a future video, just saying, Tearaway, and Guacamelee. All awesome picks there, man, and they all got physical releases, so I approve of that. And lastly, we have Alan Iwazuk, who loves Hot Shots Golf. One of my favorite golf games of all time. In fact, I think it was the first game I ever played on my Vita. Either that one or Gravity Rush, but I think it was Hot Shots Golf. I just love golf. I know probably a lot of people didn't pick that over Gravity Rush. I'm just weird. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this small little segment here at the end screen. Again, if you are a Patreon member or a YouTube member, or hey, have any interest in it, next Saturday I will be doing another one of these on the Patreon side, and for any YouTube members maybe who haven't had a chance to try out yet for it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.